My potato rolls are ready perfectly the way I wanted, and they are absolutely delicious. This recipe is especially for those people that travel miles and miles for taste. Especially in lockdown, in Ramadan, you can't go nowhere. So definitely try this recipe at home. And the good thing about this recipe is almost every ingredient you got at home already. So you don't really have to go out and buy something extra. Hello, for this recipe I need I've got here 1 cup of plain flour, or people also call it maida, and in this it's going about this much salt in it. So putting about, you can go more, I'll do actually, like salt. It depends on your taste, to be honest. And here I've got cumin seed powder and dry coriander powder. So I'm adding this about a bit more than that, this much amount. That's in a 1 cup of plain flour. And also I'm adding another spice in it. That's a cardamom seed powder. Cardamom seed powder, about this much will go. So all these spices into the plain flour so far. The next thing is about 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. About this much cooking oil. So now I'm going to mix all this. I have washed my hands, so don't worry about that. So going to mix all this. So need to make a dough, obviously with the help of water. First I mix in the cooking oil, and then I need to add some water in it. I need to make a proper dough. Obviously when it's all sorted, I'll go with the next steps. Okay, my dough seems ready here, and I'm gonna leave this dough for about 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes in the fridge, and before I use it. Green chili, and about this amount of salt. That's a teaspoon. That's a coriander and cumin powder, cumin seeds powder. That's going about this much. Also adding about this much amount of chili powder. And that's black pepper. So now I'm going to mix them all with my hands. Actually these potatoes were hot, I can feel them. Okay, I managed to mix all them spices together, and still I can feel like some potatoes are slightly hard, so I'm trying to find those pieces and
soften them up.
Yeah, squishing them like that to make them little pieces. So I need all evenly, no little hard bits in it. Okay, my this actually filling for this recipe is ready, and I managed to get rid of all these hard potatoes from there. So what we're doing now is this. Okay, that's the dough what we made before, so we need to roll it over here. And if you remember the dough, like ingredients what we added in it, they are exactly the same ingredients when you make a samosa pastry. So you could also make a samosa pastry exactly like this. So I'm going to make this in a big round or whatever shape I could do. Rectangle would be good. If I could do rectangle shape of this, that should be okay. Okay, I managed to get in this shape. So what we're doing is the filling we made. I'm gonna spread all the filling evenly, try and do evenly on with this pastry. Okay, I managed to spread it all on the pastry, all the filling we made. So what we're doing now is we need to roll it like this. That seems fantastic. This is first time I'm making it and it looks perfect to me. So what we're doing over here, actually I forgot to tell you, here we made this plain flour paste earlier, little gluey stuff. So we're doing this like that so it won't open. So I just should have spread it on before. There you go. So I need the plain flour still to do something else later. So yeah, it seems okay here. It's all been spreaded. So I'm just gonna roll it about so you know it's all nice and even from each side. So that's it really. I mean, when we are on this stage, so we're almost done. So yeah, my surface is clean, so don't worry about that. If you're thinking where is it rolling, that's the cutting process. So we need something like this. Wait, stop. Okay, I am cutting with a knife because my knife has got these like, I don't know how you say, these sharp bits here. So that should be okay. If you have a plain knife, it might not cut properly. So really gently I'm going through. That's the cutting process. Some people cut it with a string. If you have a string, that's even more easier and more neat. But luckily I've got a knife with sharp bits here, sharp edges. So yeah, it's helping me to cut it nicely. So they look alright so far. So let's see when we fry it what happens. All the cutting bit has been done. So what we're doing now is I've got this brush. I don't know if you have something like that, or you can pick it up and dip it. So I'm going to add this plain flour paste on this to lock the filling, otherwise it will be everywhere in your fryer. So you need to win that on both sides, so this beautiful delicious filling won't come out and ruin your oil either as well. So that's the way I am doing. So I try to stay neat and clean as much I can, but it's going to be messy when I turn them around, turn them over, and then pour this paste on that side. Okay, I've got my flame ready, which is on a I've got my flame ready on a medium heat, so they are ready to go in. So I'm holding a camera, so I need to free my hands. They are in a frying process. I'm frying them on a low heat, so I want them to cook from inside as well, not only from outside. And one thing you need to be careful over here, when you lock them, like when you put maida paste, plain flour paste on them to like lock the inner, filling inside. So make sure they are not stuck together, because they don't come off then. So what I've just learned myself. My potato rolls are ready perfectly the way I want it, and they are absolutely delicious. This recipe is especially for those people that travel miles and miles for taste. Especially in lockdown, in Ramadan, you can't go nowhere. So definitely try this recipe at home. And the good thing about this recipe is almost every ingredient you got at home already. So you don't really have to go out and buy something extra.